Music has always been the core piece of my individuality. From early childhood and on, I've been singing, playing various instruments, and gained exposure to many different sounds and genres of music. Music has impacted my way of thinking and has helped me become an expressive and emotionally aware individual. Music is such a special thing because it evokes feelings and thoughts that can be so powerful and moving. Since all these aspects are interconnected, I've realized the true importance of having empathy for others and supporting their needs rather than just my own. As a music educator, I find the openness to communication and a sense of understanding to be some of the most important things you can give to your students. In my classroom, I want to create a safe environment where students can be their most authentic selves and build the confidence to be proud of who they are. Students should be able to share their cultures, backgrounds, and experiences in the classroom without fear of judgment. I want to teach students to be open and understanding with one another. I also want to emphasize the importance of sharing kindness and gratitude to others and to themselves. Students in my classroom will overcome limitations and barriers that will allow them to grow as individuals and as musicians. I will ensure that the students in my classroom know that mistakes are a learning experience in which they can work through despite their struggles. As musicians, we all have personal barriers that can be difficult to break through, but this is a universal experience. It's what makes us human. Adaptability, accountability, and a growth mindset are 3 things I and the students in my classroom will actively practice. I will encourage students to see roadblocks as an opportunity to improve and not to see their pitfalls as failures. My goal for students is to help them preserve and develop grit, as these traits will help them immensely in finding success in the real world. Whether or not it is through music, I will help students throughout their journeys to become happy, successful, and good individuals. My purpose as a future educator is to help students discover themselves, explore their creativity, and be true to themselves. So often we fear judgment and rejection, which leads us to hide the parts of ourselves that make us so special and unique. I will make sure that students know that they matter and that they are loved, respected, and welcomed in my classroom. I will consistently reflect on my own biases in order to ensure that I am properly serving my students and their needs, and reflect the diversity of students in my classroom through our musical repertoire. Despite their gender, cultural background, socioeconomic status, disabilities, or race, students in my classroom will be treated with equity and kindness. Students will also be able to learn and collaborate with one another, building communication, leadership, and social skills. I will incorporate a mixture of formal and informal learning, where students may lead discussions, create small groups to musically experiment with, and improvise. Through this collaborative learning environment, students will flourish, building trust and confidence in each other and within themselves. Students will also get to experience different learning styles that support all types of learning, including kinesthetic, visual, auditory, abstract, and more. Additionally, students will get to experience a culturally diverse program with repertoire that also reflects the classroom. Something that I've learned recently is how incredibly transformative incorporating different cultures into the classroom is for students and for music programs. We all have this innate desire to be a part of a community, which is why it's imperative that we help students feel represented, included, and welcomed in the music community. So often, we resort to Western European literature and ignore the stories and beauty of other cultures' music and history. Inviting guest artists or groups belonging to different cultures is one way to educate and involve the class in their music, which could be an eye-opening experience for students. This is why representation matters, and why building relationships with your students is so important. And this is why I believe in building an equitable and culturally responsive classroom that supports all styles of learning through love, respect, and empathetic listening.